Hey everyone, this is Arnold98, and here we have Leadfoot from Transformers Dark of the Moon, the third and final wrecker I have made. He's easily my favorite of the three, like as a Lego Transformer and as his design, and he was quite tricky to make. I got stuck a bunch of times because he has like much different proportions than my usual Carbot, and I originally got stuck on the chest, and then I got stuck with the lower legs for like a day or two, and yeah, I'm really happy how he turned out. And like with Roadbuster, I probably won't make an instruction video. If I would, it would probably take a really long time because I have some other builds I want to get to. Yeah, and I forgot to mention he was one of my entries to Foolish Mortal's Dark of the Moon challenge over on Instagram that ended pretty recently. So that was a lot of fun, and also because I was going to make him anyways. Start here is in his armored NASCAR mode. I think this turned out really good. All the black and red, and well, obviously, yeah, the Target logo here was the reason why his chest was so hard to make, because I really wanted to make this thing, like, pop. I didn't want it to be, like, completely blank and pretend it's like a sticker. I wanted to integrate it here. It's not perfect. I tried to put a round flat tile in the middle to make it, like, the center, but it made it too weird, so I think it's perfect. It's only white on here, which is kind of interesting. And the sides, once again, it's also a messy armored car. And the back is pretty cool. You got the spoiler, and you got the giant engines that are on his design, and a little minigun here, and two other machine guns, just packed with detail. And he has like the missiles right here. You can move this around if you want. It's more for robot mode. The cool thing about these engine turbines, I use that printed rounded tile, like the little turbine detail. You can't see it too well, but this is probably one of my favorite printed pieces. I've used it on Shatter and Blitzwing so far, and, you know, yeah, not much. He's a bit chunkier in the back, like with all my records, but coming underneath, there's not much going on, nothing too visible. A quick 360. And a minifigure in Ravage. And it's Dark of the Moon Deluxe. Well, this is the KO, because the actual one is pretty pricey. And finally, most importantly, how does he look with the other two wreckers? First we have Roadbuster. And we have Topspin. There you go, they look amazing together. All their colors just really pop. Yeah, I think Topspin is the weakest in terms of car mode, and is kind of chubby, but yeah, it's a very good looking group together. And for fun, just bringing in Dark of the Moon Shockwave, you can recreate that scene. And a quick 360 of the whole team. They share a lot of common elements and details and stuff. It's pretty cool. And now the transformation. It takes some inspiration from the deluxe toy. There's no Studio Series figure out, but I did add a bunch of twists and stuff to it, so it's pretty cool. And he's really solid. Everything taps together in some way. And to start, you're gonna come back here and you want to flip up this spoiler. Just yank it up like that, and this whole section will come all the way up like that, and then I'll give you the room to free up the legs. I think we're going to deal with the legs first. The transformation is probably the most fun of the three. I'm going to shift this out because he has these pretty wide legs, so they're going to be pretty stumpy. Shift this out on this ball joint here, and then you just want to fold this out for now. This will become the front actually. And then coming over to here, you want to untab this section here. As you can see, it just tabs right there, and then you shift this over like that, and then you rotate this to become the knees. And same for this side, you untab, rotate, and then shift. These legs took me forever to figure out. I'm really happy how they turned out though in the end. And then coming over to here, you want to take these wheels over here and just shove them in. They're gonna take the panels with them too. And then these are actually his little toes. You bring them forward, and this section, which is the center one, moves back. And same for this side. Actually, from the back view, it's kind of cool that when this section comes up, it fills in this gap perfectly. like that. And then these side panels, you gotta just rotate them over here. Just rotate them, shift this up, and then shift this down like midway. And this is just gonna just come over here and wrap around the leg. And then now you can set the toes flat on the ground. And same for the other side. Take this, shift this up, and then shift this down maybe around midway, I guess. And this is gonna just wrap around here, and you can set the legs. And there you go, those are his 2 legs. And now for the upper body, coming over to here. You can make him like a walking car or something, but yeah, you just want to keep this up for now. Take these sections, fold them out. These are actually his arms. And the next you want to do, you want to take this whole front section, just fold it back like this. And then his head is revealed inside here. And then you want to free up these arms. You're just gonna pull out like this. They kind of just crumple up in this area. That's one arm, and then the other one. It's a lot of mini hinges and stuff. Just like that, and then that gives you the room to kind of just... You want to take the little missiles and fold them up for now. And then you grab this whole thing on the ball joint and then rotate it 180. And then you let this kind of rest on the back for now. And now for the arms, I'm going to take the head section, pull this forward, and then take the wheels, and then you want to, actually that's for later, just fold them up for now, like that. And then coming up to here, you want to, this is actually like the fake windows, because his chest is the kind of fake, I guess. You want to fold this out like this, and then you'll see it's on this little hinge here. You want to rotate this 90 degrees, like that, and then fold it up like that. And the same for this side. Like that. And now you want to take these wheels over here and just rotate these forward so they like come in contact with the chest at the bottom, and then just plug them together like here. And then before you do that, you want to move this hinge over here down, move this down, and then the head can sit flush to the center body here. And then coming over to here, you can take this little tab, and this is gonna tab right into this little spot right here. And just keep wiggling it down. It's a little tricky, but once you get it in, it should fit pretty well like that. And then you can just angle this forward just a little bit. So there's like a little gap here. And now the arms can come together and kind of hold that circle over there. And then next you want to deal with the chest. Once again, the wheels have to just tuck together right here. And then this center section is just going to fold over the wheels. And these sections are also going to fold over too. And to give them more belly, you can splay these little bits out. And now we're going to deal with the arms. Coming over to the back here. This little block here, it's going to just rotate back as far as possible, like this. Pull this up. And same for this side. And then his arms just drop down. You want to shift them back, I guess. And then rotate them at the bicep. There's one hand. This part. Okay, that's good. Same for this side. And rotate. And then finally the backpack. This is pretty cool. All this here is just gonna, you don't take the little turbines here and just fold them down like this, and then they're gonna actually kind of fit into this area right here. How the arms form this little curled area, and they're just gonna keep plugging them in. But you want to get this out as far as possible for now. And then they're just gonna push down into here. Like that. And it's kind of hard to see, but the grill here will hit like the bar, which is where it should line up. And then the spoiler goes down. And then you're going to fold this section down. And then this section over here is going to just fold back. And it's just gonna squish together like that. And then you can take these little bits and just rotate them down. And of course, put his belly back in. And finally, you want to take this minigun here, take this, shift it, and then you want to move this as far forward as possible so it kind of rests on his shoulder, just to get his head positioned. And just setting him on the ground like that. And here's Leadfoot in his robot mode. He looks properly chunky. You can see his really big hips and really wide arm position, and it's pretty cool. He has a little bit of backpack, that's fine. This is pretty clean though. I haven't seen too many back views of Leadfoot, so I didn't have much reference material for that, but yeah, he still has a white target belly. His head is pretty plain. It's like exactly the same one I used for Volleybot, because they share the same head design, or topspin, in the last night. So I just literally took that and put it on here. And yeah, one of my favorite features is that all his weapons are in the correct spot in both modes. He has the 2 machine guns here and then the little shoulder cannon. I think that's perfect. Now his chest is kind of fake. The Dark Moon Deluxe is pretty correct because like the number panels are towards the bottom of the actual doors, but these parts come out of nowhere, so they just tuck in. And just like this big belly. And like the Dark Moon Deluxe, the wheels are right in there. And his arms are pretty simple. His legs are cool too. These panels should actually be in the inside, which I'm fine with. And he has like the toes. His articulation is pretty basic. Just his head can move around like this, as usual. His shoulders can go up and down. There's also a little like butterfly joint, so he can reach across his belly. And he also has a bicep swivel and an elbow. I think the 3 wreckers share the same kind of shoulder joint, which is interesting. There's nothing at the waist. It's all chunk, but you can fold his legs out pretty far. And he also has a bend at the knee. There's extra joint here. This is for transformation though. And nothing at the ankle or anything. You can move his toes, I guess, but that's not much. And here's a quick 360 of Leadfoot. And minifigure and Ravage. I guess Ravage can be Steeljaw for now. New Camaro B. New Camaro B is slightly taller than Leadfoot, as scale should be. And the Dark of the Moon Deluxe. And finally, here's Leadfoot with the other 2 wreckers, and they look amazing together. They scale perfectly, with Leadfoot being the leader and the short and stumpy one. Yeah, I really love how they all look. It's good to finish another Autobot team so soon. I definitely need to do more Decepticons. Yeah, I haven't done any this year so far, but yeah, that should be it for Leadfoot's video. He's definitely my favorite of the 3 wreckers, and I'm finally glad to finally complete the wreckers. And yeah, I'll be probably doing a bit more Dark of the Moon and switching between the first movie soon. You probably know my next build if you've seen my Instagram and stuff, but here's a little preview. This video is going to be quite the long one, and it's going to be it's interesting. And yeah, that is it for this video. Really, once again, Leadfoot was pretty fun to make, and it's amazing to have these 3 records together. And I'll see you guys then.